I'm Lance Elson, and I'm a senior at Kent Academy, and I'm missing every single one of you right now. I'm going to Coley Community College to play baseball next year, and after that I'm planning on going to play somewhere, D1, SEC, somewhere like that. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, who cares? Today I will be reading No Mail for Mitchell by Dr. Seuss. Mitchell is a mailman. Every day he delivers a big stack of mail. He brings a letter up to Mr. Owl. He carries a package down to Mrs. Groundhog. Mitchell brings a magazine to Mrs. Mouse and a box of books to the Beaver family. But when he comes, there's no mail for Mitchell. Everyone gets mail but me, says Mitchell. Then Mitchell has an idea. He writes, "Dear Mitchell, have a nice day. Best wishes, Mitchell, the mailman." Mitchell goes outside to mail the letter to himself, but it's windy and rainy night. The wind blows his letter away. Mitchell goes back home. He is very sad. I will never get any mail. When he gets inside, the phone rings. It is his boss, Mr. Pig. "I know it's late," he said, "but I have a special package for Bobby Beaver. Will you deliver it tonight?" Mitchell hurries to the post office. "I can always count on you," Mr. Pig tells him, then gives Mitchell the package. Mitchell goes out again into the rain. The wind blows his umbrella inside out. Splash, he steps in a big puddle. "I'm all wet," says Mitchell, "but the mail must go through." At last he sees the Beaver's house. "Special delivery," shouts Mitchell. Mr. Beaver answers the door. "We are so glad to see you. You have Bobby's present from Grandma Beaver. Please come inside." Mitchell tries to dry off. Bobby asks, Will you have some cake?" But Mitchell says, "No thanks. It's late. I have to get home. Happy birthday, Bobby." Mitchell goes back to his house. He takes off his wet clothes. He puts on his dry pajamas. "I'm tired," says Mitchell, "but I got the job done." The next day, Mitchell wakes up with a bad cold. He calls the post office to say he needs to take a few days off. He will deliver the mail. Mr. Pig will deliver the mail for him. For 2 days, Mitchell stays in bed. He drinks tea with honey. He reads books. He watches TV, but he misses his job. The next morning, the bell rings. Mr. Pig. He hands Mitchell a big bag of mail. "Mail for you." "Or mail for me?" Yes, mail for you," says Mr. Pig. Hard to read like this. Mitchell opens a letter. It says, "Dear Mitchell, get well soon. Sincerely, Mr. Owl." And a postcard says, "Dear Mitchell, we miss you. Yours truly, Mrs. Mouse and family." Another letter says, "Emily Groundhog, dear Mitchell, the mail is not the same without you. Come back soon. Best wishes, Mrs. Groundhog." Then Mitchell opens a large card. It is a picture of me, he says. Inside the card it says, "Dear Mitchell, when I grow up, I want to be a mailman just like you. Your friend, Bobby Beaver." "You are a good mailman, Mitchell," says Mr. Pig. Mitchell smiles. "It is nice to be a mailman," he says, "and it is nice to get mail." And that is it. That was my favorite book as a kid, growing up, No Mail from Mitchell. It pulls on the heartstrings, and it reminds me of my life. Thank you for coming in with Lance Ellison, and until next time, I'll see you later.